So out of executive session 8:29-ish. Is there a motion for parks and pool superintendent?
Tina makes a motion to authorize advertising for a parks/pool superintendent.
Motion by Tina and seconded to authorize advertising for parks and pool superintendent. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all fair say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Approved. Is there a motion for a part-time hire for golf course parks department?
We'd like to hire Greg Bates on a part-time basis at $30 an hour, which is similar to his hourly wage now.
Shall make a motion part-time hire for golf course park department if during assignment stated as paid is $30 per hour part-time.
Second.
Motion by Schott and seconded to approve the part-time hire for the golf course parks department, Greg Bates, at the rate of $30 per hour. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all fair say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Approved. Authorization for advertising for the ball field improvement project.
We should have everything by Friday. I should have all the documents ready to go, so we'll be putting together an advertisement to go on next week's paper. So, and then we'll probably give them, usually they give about 3 weeks to respond, and then we'll open bids shortly after that, so by first part of March.
So what does this paperwork entail?
Well, they'll have to have all the document, or the plans and specs ready to go so they can ship them out, but they're going to be about that thick. So that's what takes all the time, is to put all those plans and specs together. So what we'll do here is we'll just unauthorize advertising, and Banner will actually have the plans and specs. They contact Banner to actually put the bid.
Who are you advertising through?
We will put it locally in our paper, but then they go through all the people that have bid on their projects.
Okay.
Yeah, the local paper's not going to bring much of anything in. You might get a subcontractor that might want to do some dirt work or something like that, or a landscaping firm or something, but most of what they're going to do is to people that have already been doing these type of projects.
Shall make a motion authorized to advertise for baseball improvement projects as jury assignment stated.
Second.
Motion by Schott and seconded to authorize to advertise for the ball field improvement project. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all fair say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Approved. Subsidy drawdown request for the Beresford Baseball Softball Association in the amount of $10,000. So motion to approve.
I'll make a motion to approve.
Second. Motion by Seeley and seconded to approve the $10,000 subsidy drawdown request for the Beresford Baseball Softball Association. Any further discussion? And all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Approved. Subsidy drawdown request from Beresford PRCE.
I can make a motion to approve PRCE drawdown request of $27,500.
Motion by Sagan and seconded to approve the subsidy drawdown request from Beresford Parks PRCE in the amount of $27,500. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Opposed? Approved. There's the 2022 Fire Department year-end report.
Tars wasn't able to make it tonight, but he wanted to share this with you guys, because normally he comes in about this meeting, second meeting of the month, so I put it in your floor so you guys will have a chance to look at it. If you got any questions, just feel free to reach out to Tars, but a lot of good information there for you guys, and we'll put that on file. So,
Need a motion?
yeah, just to accept this so the Tars knows we have a chance to look at it.
You gotta make a motion? or-
Yeah, please.
Yep.
Shall make a motion for the 2022 fire department year-end report.
Second.
Motion by Schott and seconded to accept the 2022 Fire Department year-end report. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Approved. Do we need to approve the new members for the fire department?
We just list them in the minutes, so we don't necessarily have to do that, but I added to the minutes. So we have Dylan Andall and Kevin Wade have both joined as of the 10th of January of this year. So for workers' comp purposes, we have to do this. So.
Rental for the farm ground.
Curtis Jensen has run the city ground for us for quite some time. And I believe it's up for renewal again. And we've been charged at $200 an acre. And I know other farm rents have gone up. And I just want to see if you guys are okay if we continue at that rate, or if we should try to increase that at all. Our development corporation charges the same amount per month, per year, per acre also, so. And I know we could probably get 225 or 250 if we wanna go out, but typically what happens is you've got somebody that probably applies a chemical at the end of the year, and they're gonna wanna get some of that back, so. If you get a good guy in there that takes care of it.
Do you think though, I was just meeting today with a farmer and his banker, and the cash rent was going up and everything, and the banker said everybody's is going up, so they've got to expect it. So I'm like, do you think Curtis is also, like if we went to him and said 225?
No, we used to charge 225 or 250 an acre, so when things got tough, we went back down, but, you know, when you look at the price of ground right now, what it's selling for in the Beresford area, $200 an acre seems like a steal compared to what we could probably go out there and get, so.
Will he be planting crops in the area with new ball?
No, we'll not even go in there and do that, so. Banner will come down, and what we usually do is we just reduce that amount, and Banner gives us the entire section. They've been tracking it every time we take some out, so.
Okay.
It makes it a little more difficult for them to farm, to be real honest, because they bring great big equipment in there, and now they gotta turn around more times. They don't like that, but.
How many acres is he renting from us right now?
You know, there's ground around the sewer lagoons too. Outside, I'm gonna guess 140-ish.
I was thinking 60, but maybe that's before Banner last reduced the substation.
160 about.
So I thought it was.
Is that a year lease or what? Is that a year lease?
Yeah,
What happens if you raise it a little bit and give them 2 year lease?
No, we don't do that.
Huh?
I think you wanna do a 2-year, cause then you're locked in. We don't know what we're gonna
How much of a difference is that? I see you punching numbers.
If we do $25 an acre at 160 acres, it's $4,000.
You know, he's always been pretty decent about us going in and,
It's good to work with, clean, neat.
I mean,
I just don't, I guess I'm not sure where you're going. You're saying you'd be okay to increase it $25?
I would probably just leave it. I mean, we went out at times and went through his crops, and I mean, you know, he's decent to deal with. I mean, I would assume. I've never heard any problems, Jerry.
I just don't want to disadvantage the city. If cash rent is $300-400 an acre around us, you know, why should we have to eat that extra?
Because we have a good tenant.
The baseball field's gonna be, and the activity around his fields.
we'll be taking some out of there. Yeah.
So you're gonna be moving equipment all summer long around this crop.
Once we define the work area, all of our equipment will stay in that particular area.
I mean,
He's gonna have corn or beans planted up to where we say you can.
I don't know, I kinda agree with Troy Boone, he kinda knows his business, so he's got my support. You know, maybe one more year, just leave it alone until the baseball field is done, and make its consideration to do something different.
Well, then we're gonna put swimming pool out there by the lagoon or something.
Or you're gonna try to get a housing project, you know, so. He's been a good tenant. I never seen no problem out there.
Really? What number?
I'd say 225, but.
The motion.
Do we need a motion if we leave it?
No.
So he gonna rent the same amount of land as he did last year, or are we gonna cut it down?
No, they figure based on the acre value.
That doesn't matter really.
How many acres did he last year, same amount?
Well, we'll be about 12 acres less because we're taking the ball field out. So, Elaine and I aren't quite as sure. It's either 140 or 60.
Well, it's
that
not.
he runs.
I mean, it's not a huge difference. 20
Right, I
acres.
mean, as far as the lost income, it's
We'll be
not a
taking
huge
12 out of
difference.
160 or 140. Somewhere.
I look more at if the market's going up, maybe we should keep going with it, so that we're not sitting down here $200 an acre for 5 years from now, it's $500 an acre. But
Did you ever talk to him about maybe raising it?
Well, don't need to talk to him, talk to.
No, I mean, you know, see what his thoughts are. I don't know.
Throw out a number.
What do you think?
It's just a year-to-year
You raise it at all or what?
We did a 3-year lease, but I think that's up now.
Someone wants to make a motion to raise it, they can, but if no one makes a motion, then it stays the same, right?
Doesn't seem like there's much support. Haven't heard Will's opinion or Eli's.
We can address it next year once we get the ball
Reading.
and all that stuff into.
South Dakota Department of Agriculture cropland value report for 2005 and 2022. It depends on the area of the state, non-irrigated and irrigated cropland, but it is up over $200 obviously, but it hasn't raised appreciably. But I would tend to agree that if he's done work that we approve of, and you know, are we looking at it as a revenue source, or are we just looking at it as?
I mean, it's part of our general fund revenue.
We gotta make up for the lost revenue of the baseball field.
You like 10 non-farmers in here decided cash rental and land. Well, I'll jump to
12 acres out from
How
last year, and it's 25 an acre, so how much is that? Money wise, how much is that? 12 times 25?
250, 300.
Way cheap.
No, I mean,
I've
if you
heard
get
more
12
for their own
acres,
area.
at 200
We
an
have an
acre.
SME you can tap into.
Huh?
We have an SME to tap into.
Do we need to decide this meeting?
I don't, you know, I was just thinking if he raises and he doesn't want to do it, I'm sure we could find someone to step in immediately.
Well, I mean, with the
for that
acres we
route.
lost
I mean,
last
if we
year,
were to advertise this, we'd probably get $300 an acre for it.
yeah, but if we advertise, the amount of acreage that we got to 200 per acre last year is what, 12 less, so how much is it 12 acres times 200? Is that 2,400?
Yeah, but if we take land away, we're just looking at a number, right? And so the amount of acres that are left this spring, he farms at $200 an acre. And he has no input costs if he doesn't farm it. So us removing 12 acres has very little to do with this, because then his input costs go down.
No, but our money, we're losing the 12 acres, so
Yeah,
we
but
add,
if we're renting less land, we're gonna get less money.
no, and then we just increase the amount for the other land to cover the 12 acres. So the general fund stays about the same.
$20, $200?
Well, how much are we renting an acre? 200 an acre?
You're looking at $2,000.
So if we make the 2,000 up, raising the rate, that's what I'm saying, would still be in the same ballpark for the general fund.
I think the discussion is, what is the going rate for cash rent?
Well, what is, you said you looked it up, it was over 200, what was it, 2 1/4, 250?
256.
Shall I make a motion to rental the city farm ground for 2023 at the rate of $225 per acre?
Motion by Schott, seconded to a rate of $225 an acre for the rental of the city farm ground for the year of 2023. Any further discussion?
So the total increase then would be 4,000 roughly.
Ish.
That should cover.
So it's not substantial for either side.
No, but I don't want our general fund to keep knocking down to that.
Do we feel like you would understand that it's an increase, but a nominal increase?
Don't understand.
So thank you, sir.
No further discussion, all fair say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? Approved. I'm gonna leave the department head salaries here to the end. The discussion items, there's the calendar on the election included.
So you'll want to follow the column that says April 11th.
And we've got a building permit summary here.
Yes, just take a look at that. I'll share that with planning and zoning also. We had 87 permits totaling $3,812,308, which is slightly up from last year.
Or why are they had just the
Oh,
larger
that's
ones
just
there?
houses, that's houses.
4 million?
Oh,
When I report the census,
3.8.
you're like, I report every month on how many houses are built and stuff, so that's how they do their estimates of population growth and stuff.
what happened when there were a lot of new houses on
Sewer,
I
they
wonder.
didn't get all the way out with the new pipes, so. This was replaced all the way to the main, but they didn't.
Any questions on the village minutes? Travel request here, is there a motion to approve the travel request to the SRF loan compliance reporting?
I'm gonna approve travel request.
Second. Motion by Svagen and seconded to approve the list of travel requests. Any further discussion? Hearing none, all in favor say aye. Is there a motion to authorize payment of the bills?
Motion to approve payment of bills. Come on, boom.
Boone second.
Motion by Svagen and seconded to authorize payment of the bills. All in favor say aye. Opposed? Approved. Is there a motion to enter into executive session to discuss personnel?
So moved.
Motion by Tina and seconded to enter into executive session for personnel. All in favor say aye. Opposed? Approved.